Also, another person has as of late confessed to cherishing brilliant showers. I realize you won't allow this young lady to drink this piss here. And he had a grin all over yet, who the underscore underscore. Does that Diddy did it, he planned to let her beverage his pee. Since he felt the kind of way that she was with 2Pac lock in. And set yourselves up for a stunning disclosure about the unrivaled Diddy. Now we as a whole know he's had his reasonable part of eyebrow-bringing minutes up before, however, trust me, when I say this one takes the cake, prepare yourselves for a story that will leave you all the while flabbergasted and completely sickened in a new meeting that had everybody's eyebrows raised quality arrangement. Let the cat out of the bag about his experience, as seen Diddy brushes protector and kid. Did he have some stunning stories to tell, talking with a specialty of exchange bargain, doled out the succulent insights concerning an occurrence, including Diddy Cadeta Jones, the girl of Quincy Jones, and a fairly unappetizing drink as per bargain. This extraordinary occasion occurred during the East Coast versus West Coast fights in the last part of the 90s. Picture this: the lofty honor for Maker of the Year was being introduced. And Diddy was persuaded he had it clinched. Well, when the outcomes didn't turn out well for him, he wasn't precisely excited. In that frame of mind of unadulterated imagination, Diddy got a pitcher, which had recently held some soda, mind you, and chose to check his domain. Yes, you heard that right, under the table with the ice. And all Diddy alleviated himself in the pitcher. Currently, here's where things get chaotic allegorically. And plainly Cadeta Jones, unaware of the pitcher's flighty items, moved toward the table to have a cordial visit, with Diddy, much to her dismay that her thirst was going to be extinguished by a not exactly tempting shock in a scene straight out of a satire. Or perhaps a thriller. He must presented herself with a glass of her thought process was soda. It was, as a matter of fact, ginger pea. Fortunately for her, Diddy's safety officer, suitably named Wolf, figured out how to mediate simply just under the wire, with a quick nod. You would rather not drink that, Wolf. Make all the difference, saving Cadeta from the lamentable experience of bringing down Diddy's curious mixture. Currently, we should stop briefly to consider this odd new development. Was it a trick gone excessively far? Was it a demonstration of desire as per bargain? The hip jump industry is an affectionate circle, with craftsmen frequently sharing too much significant others. To this drove arrangement to hypothesize that Diddy and 2Pac could have had a nearer relationship, eventually possibly making Diddy's jealousy pop up. He planned to let her beverage his pee, since he felt the sort of way that she was with 2Pac. Yet we should not fail to remember the wild history among Cadeta and the late rapper 2Pac Shakur. The two lovebirds had a rough beginning when 2Pac made some not exactly complimenting remarks about Quincy Jones in a 1993 meeting. Yet love has an approach to recuperating wounds, and in 1995 destiny united 2Pac and Cadeta inside a club. The pair in the end set things right with 2Pac in any event, going similarly as saying sorry for his past comments and giving Cadeta his telephone number. Discussion about a terrific motion. From that point their affection bloomed, and 2Pac started transparently communicating his craving to make Cadeta his better half. Yet, unfortunately, their fantasy sentiment was stopped by 2Pac's unfavorable passing in 1996, leaving Cadeta crushed and grieving the deficiency of her perfect partner. Regardless, the possibility of Diddy's supposed strategy towards Cadeta veering off in a somewhat unexpected direction isn't as fantastical as one would naturally suspect. After all, we've all heard the murmurs and snickers about his reputed experiences in the domain of whimsical longings. You see, there have been claims that Diddy was constantly inspired by 2Pac, and not the sort of interest a maker has with a forthcoming craftsman. No, this goes way more profound. You see, Keith, a renowned criminal who had a ton of associations with rappers and craftsmen in Hollywood, frequently ended up in the first-class, confidential Hollywood gatherings. And in one of Will Smith's gatherings, he reviews that he saw Diddy and 2Pac behaving like an all-out couple. David Puff, Was there together Puff and 2Pac, resembled a couple seemed like to me. It was only a ton of strange continuing even quality arrangement affirmed that Diddy and 2Pac were surprisingly close when POC was alive the two common a profound security, albeit the guide they never conceded that they were sincerely elaborate. There are an adequate number of observers to demonstrate in any case Pop and Puff resembled this way. So fundamentally, Diddy needed to date 2Pac. No doubt that doesn't sound frightening by any stretch of the imagination. In the meantime, a few fans have recently conjectured that Diddy watching Cadera unconsciously taste his exceptional creation could have been simply one more day in his life. A few trying spirits even venture to such an extreme as to propose that he could have tracked down a contorted happiness in seeing her accidentally participate in his exceptional remedy goodness. The things that arouse one's inclinations yet hang on people. The situation starts to get interesting much further on the grounds that Diddy's previous buyer let the cat out of the bag on a few rather charming cozy capers. It just so happens Diddy had an affinity for giving his sweetheart you got it his own brilliant stream. Yes, you heard that right. R. Kelly could have sung about it, yet Diddy clearly took it to an unheard of level. You see, youthful Miami has never been one to avoid her bold side, and she is of late focused on her special proclivities. On her web recording, suitably named Parisha Please, in an open discussion, she admitted her fondness for brilliant showers during close experiences. Say make an effort assuming that you like brilliant showers. I do, she broadcasted, followed by a wicked giggle. Well, it appears she won't hesitate to allow her oddity to hail fly. Normally Twitter couldn't avoid diving into this delicious disclosure. The inventive personalities of the web burned through no time naming Diddy with another moniker, P. Diddy. Yes, people, you heard that right. They were calling him P. Diddy, the hip bounce magnate known for his unbelievable achievement and enterprising endeavors, may now everlastingly be related with an alternate sort of fluid ability as the tweets overflowed in. And P. Diddy moved overall virtual entertainment, went into a free-for-all images where shared jokes were broken, and everybody had their own creative interpretation of this startling new development. One individual tweeted, "I can see P. Diddy reserving P. Diddy too." Regardless, it seems like quality arrangement has turned into the pro at spilling the tea on Diddy's unconventionalities. Guardians generally have the juiciest and the spaciest in inside stories. With regards to famous people, Diddy might attempt to keep an air of cool and secret in the public eye. However, his previous defender has neglected a few genuinely charming stories, particularly with regards to the rapper's bold capers in the domain of sentiment and closeness. Quality has recently uncovered that he has gotten Diddy in bizarre cozy situations with other male rappers. In a single meeting, Quality reviewed an amusing episode in which Diddy and Ja Rule were unintentionally discovered playing with grown-up toys. Diddy was out shopping one day with Quality right close by, and unexpectedly he chose to enter a fascinating bookshop. Quality expected that Diddy would get the typical grown-up magazines that would scarcely be astounding for anybody, yet shockingly Diddy wasn't keen on your common perusing material goodness. He had his sights set on something somewhat more intuitive. That is correct. He was determined to secure some grown-up toys for his